Hello, 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 hello. We are live. I've got coffee. Hallelujah, praise be to Jesus. Let's get some lights on. One day I will figure out, maybe that day will be today, where it would better be to have this, I think unless we're, hello, I know it's a little closer up than you used to. Okay, I think that unless we're using this sewing machine, which for this project we're not, I think this is going to be where I'm going to have this, because that way you don't have the, well, you kind of still have the light. Yeah, you do. Well, yeah, we go. That's what we're dealing with then. Sorry. I don't like the light, but not really anything I can do until we get an improved system here. All right, just gonna plug this in. So I said I would do the pattern. For the hidden pocket and whatever. I did not do that, so we're just going to do that now. Yeah, so we're going to have a pocket for a passport, and we're also going to have like a slot that you can slide your briefcase onto some luggage. I think that's, I like that feature. It's not like a huge thing, but it's something that I like to include in all my bags where I think like someone's going to use it going to the airport, whatever. And I'm trying something. So I've got, this is an old phone back when I was using a Samsung, and I'm going to try and use Instagram on it so that I can do some story posts while, well, I will set that up so we can do it tomorrow. Okay. Let's get orientated here. Let's see. Because the one thing, so before I started doing the lives, I was doing a lot of Instagram story posts and like going really hard on that, doing like 10, 15 a day. That's just brutal, man. That light. It just sucks. There's literally nothing I can do about that light. It's really annoying. No. Turn that one off. I mean, then you just got the light from the frickin' whatever. I'll do that. That looks better at least. Okay. Yeah, so I was doing a ton of story posts, and I had to kind of drop that off while doing the lives. And I remembered I had this old phone from a few years ago. And so I think I'm going to try and do story posts on there and just like keep up with everything. It looks good? Okay. Good. How are you doing today, Squatch Zone? I'm just getting set up here. Let's move you over. Now I can turn this light back on. I guess for now I'll just turn this light off when I've got you on this camera. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to think. I think I'll pull out the pattern. Just like so, and ooh, man. Okay, I love this. So this is plastic sheeting from Weaver, and it makes a really, 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 really great patterning material. The issue that I'm having with it is that it's so staticky. And it just like any little particles just stick to it. I'm not sure how to de-static it. But man, when it comes from their warehouse, it's so staticky. I have to like leave it for like 2 weeks before I can use it. I'm not sure why, but okay. So I want to put some kind of pocket here and then have a flap go in like that on the outside. And then it's just going to be riveted to the straps going like that. So we're going to try and figure this out. I think first... Oh, you gotta love the lazy mornings. I totally get that. Okay, I gotta look up the dimensions of a passport. Dimensions of a passport. Oh, of course, it's a weird fucking... Okay. Five by 3.5. So if I'm gonna have, what did I have for this? 1/8 inch. Yeah, 1/8 inch seam allowance on it. It's 5 by 3.5. And then I'm gonna, okay, 5 by 3.5 plus 1/4 inch, which is 1/8 inch on either side. Although I should allow a little more, so I think I'll do plus 1/2 inch. That's plus 1/4. That's plus 1/8 to give a little give, and then another 1/8. I think. I don't want to have a repeat of the wallet pocket, you know? So I'm trying to think what would be... For my phone pocket, I have it really, really large. And it fits a much smaller phone very snugly. So I think I should probably just do larger than I think. So I think we said gonna go with, let's see, it's 5 by 3.5. I think I'm going to go full on 6 by 4.5. Just to be absolutely sure that you can fit a passport in there. I don't know where my passport is because I don't travel enough. But when I find it, I will definitely look. I'll definitely like show a little thing of me putting it in there. You can always trim but cannot add later. Yep. Don't I know it? I often say I wish leather was like biscuit dough. When you're rolling out biscuit dough and you're cutting out biscuits, once you cut it out, you can roll up all the scraps into a ball, roll it out again, and get more. And I so wish I could do that with leather, because I wouldn't have any freaking scrap. Oh my god. Scrap, honestly, I think is one of the most painful parts of this craft for me, is like just having scrap that I don't know what I'm going to use it for. And I've got like these big giant tubs of scrap that are just full of scrap that I occasionally will go through and use one piece, but most of it I haven't used. And I've like collected it for 6 years and I haven't used most of it. But I'm not going to throw it away either. That's okay. So 6 by 4.5. And then 6 by 4.5, and I gotta center this. Okay, sorry, my brain's just not. Your brain is not cooperating today. Although I guess my brain isn't really cooperating any day, to be honest. Oh, I made meatballs. They're fantastic. I made meatballs yesterday. They were very delicious. I ate the rest of them this morning. Okay. I'm also trying to determine how far up or down I want the pocket, and I want to also figure out whether I want it going this way or this way. I'm gonna have to. Okay. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'll try and do this to the best of my ability. That's at 10. Okay, so that's 12 inches. So 16 is right in the middle this way, and then this mark at 0 is right in the middle this way. So now that I have this center, I need to figure out how far down I want it. Well, I know there's 12 inches, so I know there's enough room to put it going upright instead of sideways. But I don't necessarily want to do a flap that covers it that's going this full length. So I think I'm going to do it going this way. And then, you know, you can also use it for like receipts, or if you need to put something special in the back of your thing or whatever. I don't know. Okay. Okay, Nicola. Okay, what's 4.5 divided by 2? It's 2.25, so 16, 1, 2, and 1/4. Okay. And now, where's my... I gotta pull out a different awl that's more for like poking. And it's got a finer point. A finer point. Use this guy. I've got 3 different awls for some reason. So I'm going to use this goober right here. And we're going to mark at 2 and 2.25 right there. And we're going to mark, oh no. No. I'm silly. It's a 4.96. It's 6 inches. So then we're going to mark it 3 on either side, and then go back to 16 and go 2.25 in the other direction. That's 13 3/4. 13 3/4. What is the meaning of the 9 pieces of 8? I love. Squatch Nation, have you ever... Squatch Zone, I don't know why I just said Squatch Nation. Squatch Zone, have you ever seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? Freaking grew up with those movies. God, Johnny Depp was incredible in the first 3. 4 and 5 don't exist. I could literally quote every freaking line from that movie. It's insane. I don't know why, but I can. You actually were telling the truth. I do that quite a lot. Yet everyone acts so surprised. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy. Nicola, you need to get a life. Okay, I'm just drawing in the outline of this here pocketto. Four and a half by 6. I heard. Okay, I need to grab my little Sharpie pen thingy. And we're going to go ahead and mark. So, a 6 by a 4.5. I know this is super engaging content. Okay, we're just going to write this in as a passport pocket. That's an R, Nicola. What the hell are you doing? Passport Pocketto. Alright, now that's done. Now we can do the fun part, which is cutting out a 6 by 4.5 piece out of some leather. And I've still got those pieces around here somewhere. Oh. Well, maybe I don't. That's strange. I could have... Okay. Whatever. Oh, lordy. I guess we're gonna cut it out of some of this. I almost wish I had like a frickin' brand to make my own range mark. But apparently I don't have any more range mark pieces. So, that is unfortunate. There's a little bit of a mark here. Maybe I can incorporate that at least. Yeah. Why not? Okay. Oh, I came up with a cool community name for this community I'm building here. I think I'm going to start calling us the Angel Nation, because after all, my brand name does mean Archangel in Serbian, and is also my last name. And I think it'd be cool. So I think I dub thee by the will of the council, by the will of the force, I dub thee Angel Nation. Boom, it's official. It's official. We are the Angel Nation. And we're going to rule the world, obviously. Off the cuff sort of thing. Okay. So, some frustrating news. I ordered, along with the magnet snaps, I ordered blue thread. Same company, same color, and it's freaking different. It's a light blue. Ritza Tiger Thread does not make a light blue. It just said blue. And for my other supplier, it looks like this. Look at the color difference. Like, that's insane. So I'm going to have to get different thread, unfortunately. I'm going to have to probably order some more thread from my other supplier. I wish they sold it on Amazon, but alas, they do not have that color on Amazon. So I'm going to have to order it from Weaver, which means I'm going to have to pay a ridiculous amount in shipping. I used to take a projector outside and all the neighbors would show up for those movies on the wall. That's sick. That's awesome. Yeah, that is pretty frustrating with the color. I don't understand if they're not making the thread. They're just buying it from, like, they're buying it wholesale. So I don't understand how it can be a different color. Because it's made by the same brand. So it doesn't make any sense to me how it can be a different color. But alas it was. Okay. Go ahead and drop a groove line in here. I finished filming that belt video. I just got to edit it. So I'm pretty excited about that. It'll be the first, like, proper video in quite a few months. And it'll be the first video in this shop, actually. Like, first, like, proper YouTube video. Okay, I'm gonna... Looks like I gotta strop this. Excuse me. You know what? Just from talking about Pirates of the Caribbean, now I want to do a Pirates marathon. Oh, have you ever seen The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, starring Ben Stiller? He also, I think he also directed and wrote the movie as well. It is honestly one of the greatest films I have ever seen. I have watched it so many times, and it just hits so right every single time. I don't know. I can't put my finger on why I love the movie so much. It's just so... It's just, honestly, it's like a perfect movie. So, which is funny because there's not a lot of action in it, and, like, based on modern standards for what a blockbuster film would be, you know, like a really popular film, it wouldn't meet those standards, and yet it's literally the perfect movie. It's like there's nothing anyone could say like suggest to improve that movie that they should have done differently. It's like that's one of the rare films that I've seen that is perfect. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and quickly chisel. Or no, actually, no, I lied. We're going to first get it stuck onto the body. Then we're going to chisel and we're going to sew. Hopefully, I have enough thread. This is. I didn't even think about that. Shit. 4.5 plus 4.5 is 9. Plus 6 is 15. So we'll need at least, I would say, 36, but just to be safe, probably 40 inches. So I guess let me make sure I have enough thread first. Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna have enough. Whew. Just barely. Well, okay. I'm gonna have to go on Weaver Leather's website and order some more thread today, I guess. Because otherwise we're not going to be able to... Because we could have chiseled tomorrow if I had enough thread. Or we could have started sewing tomorrow if I had enough thread, but I definitely don't have enough thread to do those seams, so... Poo. Actually, I mean, before we sew, I need to sand the edges that I've already sewn on the bag. So I think we'll probably do that tomorrow, and then I'll order thread later today, and we can and so I'll have it like over the weekend, and then on Monday we can glue the seams together and get everything glued up, and then on Tuesday we can do the final sewing, and depending on how long that takes, we can also sand and do the edges, or on Wednesday next week we can do the edges. And actually, I think Wednesday or Thursday I'm going out of town for the weekend. I'm going to visit some family in Alabama, which I'm very excited about. I think we're still doing that. I think so. About 99% chance that I'll be doing that. Okay. Oh. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, this is not going to want to... Well, whatever. I think I can get this lined up. Oh, that's so funny. I can see the, like the pocket in this. Oh, that's so weird. It just looks funny. It looks like uncanny. Okay. So, I need to grab my other awl. This guy again. And we're going to mark where this pocket's going to go. We're going to use some double-sided tape, just like we did for the phone pocket. Okay. As long as it doesn't move, we should be fine. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. Okay. OBKB. OBKB. We should go and get... Oh! We also got the magnet snaps. Let me show you what those look like. Because we're gonna put those on today. So I ordered 100 sets of these magnet snaps. I had a gift card from Christmas, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just do this. So the nice things about these is that on the outside, they look like rivets. So they don't have that crappy looking back that most magnet snaps have. And they're nice and big. And so I'm very, very excited about that. I was just shaking my hand a lot there. Jeez. So, you know what? I can't help myself. I think I'm going to just put the magnet snaps on first. Oh, these look so nice. Yeah, see how freaking... Oh, these are going to be impossible to pull apart. Oh, no. Okay. Cool. So, actually... Oh, this is... You have no idea. This is so... I'm not going to be able to... Wow, these literally might not be... Okay, we are going to... Okay, I know I'm not saying what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to get this through here. I'm fucked if I can't do this. Poo. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Okay? Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, we are gonna make these holes bigger for this. I think that should solve the problem here. Okay. This is just one of the things you have to accept is going to happen sometimes when you're making something, new pattern for the first time. One of the things that can happen is that some things don't work exactly as you thought they would. And you have to be willing to adapt. Now, when I first started, I was very much unable to adapt my design, and I would end up like starting all over, just stopping. But nowadays, I'm a little more experienced, I would hope, and I'm a little more equipped to adapt to new challenges. Okay? So we're going to just use a bigger, a slightly bigger hole. Just to open it up a little more. Okay. Now if I grab this stuff, I should be able and sometimes you have to be willing to rivet something and hold it in place. I know with a little bit of pressure this is going to catch. Just needs that little bit. It's that little bit of convincing. Now, Buckle Guy sells a setter for this. Obviously, this is just a normal setter. So these caps are a little big for this. But okay, that's why you use the right cap. This is embarrassing, but you know what? Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to just use a smaller cap and oh, lordy. Oh, lordy, lordy. Okay. Just reshaping the rivet post so that it fits on this cap. Come on, you can do it. you can't see me right now. I'm just focusing on getting this to work. You might have to accept a casualty here, unfortunately. I don't really know what else to do. I don't know what else to do here. A little kind of at a loss. See, usually I can get this to work. So I'm gonna just try. Okay. And pray to God that it works. Oh yeah, that's on there. Whew. Okay, I was starting to get a little worried there, to be honest. My voice just went to a new pitch I didn't know I had. Whew. Oh, Lordy. Starting to think I was about to be absolutely fucked, but luckily, we figured it out. Man, it's not fun. I think I can get away without punching a bigger hole here. If I for folks at home, get the proper setter and make sure your posts are long enough to go through your desired thickness of leather. Don't wing it. Don't do it like I'm doing it. I'm essentially forcing two things together that were not meant to go together. It works, for sure. This should not be your first move, you know. They're on there though. They're on there. Okay. Good God and gravy. Okay. I'm gonna grab the billets. And remember these pieces? We're gonna Oh, they're actually different. Okay, this is retarded, but all right, so this is the other side, and the plan is to do exactly what I told you guys not to do again. Because I'm just apparently full of hypocrisy today. Hey, just like every Serbian man should be, apparently. Okay. Alright, that's on there. That is very nice. I'm going to put the other one on, and then we're going to see this kind of what I've been dreaming of in my brain for a long time. Where's my other... Here it is. Oh, that's not centered. Of course it's not. Why the fuck would it be centered? It's not like I'm a professional or anything. Okay. All right. Pliers. Put that on there. We're going to roll with it. We are going to roll with it. It's not perfectly centered. Slightly off. Son of a bitch. I'm going to have to do this again. Or should I? What do you think? Do you think that needs to be redone? Squash zone. I'm going to try and move it closer. Do you think I should try and redo that and get it more centered or what? I'm not quite sure. I feel like I should, but I don't want to break the magnet snap. I feel like I probably will. Well, I'm not going to throw it out, but I have to now take the cap off and redo it. which is always a fun experience. I think I'm going to have to accept that this... well, now it's definitely not going to be reused. Awesome. We're already hate removing rivets, but oh, this is being a little bastard, isn't it? Okay. Come on. I know I'm not showing a lot on camera. Be patient with me. There we go. Okay. Now, this is unfortunate because it means I'm going to have to break up one of these sets in order to replace it, but... okay, we're going to try and fix this piece first of all by putting in a hole more centered. I don't know how I did that. Okay, getting a hole more centered, and then we are going to put the proper rivet head on, like a professional. Instead of like a goober. Okay, it's on there. It's not absolutely perfect, but we're gonna have to roll with it. Now, I took out the other billet and oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, alright, something's off with me today. Sometimes you're less aware of things, especially when the camera's on. You just like, and that's me right now. I'm just fucked this up again. I will fix it though. Okay. Okay. Third time's the charm. I have to break up another fucking set, but I'll deal with the consequences of that later. what the hell is wrong with me today, but we're getting this thing set. Okay, getting this set. Okay. All right. We are set. Jeez, that I had to go through a couple of sets of these magnet snaps, which really sucks because they're not cheap, but all right. I'm going to move the camera back over here so you can see now, see these things go together. Okay, so I'm going to put these on here. In fact, actually, I think I'm going to do one lower. All right. That guy on. We're going to throw that guy on. Okay, so got these guys on. Now, if I have this as if it was closed, okay, it's not going to want to go completely, but you're going to see kind of obviously this is all going to be kind of better, like it's going to be more secure, but you can see kind of what this is going to look like. And I think that looks very, very nice. I'm very excited about it. Okay. Jeez, that took way too long. We're going to get the pocket sewn today, and I might get the flap on here, or I might just call it a day and do the flap off camera. I don't know. It's one of those days, apparently. Okay, so pocket's gonna sit kind of like in the middle right there. So I just need to grab some tape. I got something stuck on my slipper. I know what's wrong. I need more coffee. A lack of caffeine, that's definitely my problem. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. New person that's on. We are making a briefcase. You just missed a whole 20 minutes of me being an idiot. Your loss. But we've got magnet snaps on. Super cool. You can replay it a little bit and you'll see kind of what this thing's going to look like when it's together. Very, very fun. We're about to sew the passport pocket on. So I just need to stick it on there, and then we're gonna take it over to the chiseling station, and we're gonna get chiseled, man. Okay. Oh, God. So I'm kind of thinking that in the future, I'm going to do different drops like this, different products, and do like a set of 3, each in its own colorway, and do like a different style or different whatever every month. I think that would be cool. That way I'm making different stuff. Every month, instead of just making the same thing over and over again, which is a season that I went through, trust me, and it's not I mean, it's nice, but it's also not nice, because as a creative person, I need to constantly have something new and something challenging to work on. So like I did a 500 unit order one time, like a couple years ago, and man, that was quite the experience. It was in the middle of January when I was fulfilling it, and I had my clicker press outside in the garage, and so it was like freezing, and I'm just standing out there clicking out these wallets. I think there's some video of it on my Instagram of me standing out in the garage and doing that. But yeah, so like I like to always be challenged and have to figure out how to make new things and whatnot. And so I kind of like the idea of just picking a different design and making 3 in different colors of like around this price point, which I'm going to tally up all the hours. Once we're done with this project, I'm going to tally up all the hours, and it's going to tell me how much I'm going to need to sell this for. But something around this price point, and do 3 of them. Oh, shoot. Okay, wait, before we put this on here, I need to put a finish on here. God, what is wrong with me today? I'm just all over the place. I feel like I've been all over the place for 2 weeks. Jesus. Okay. No, I'm trying to stop saying the Lord's name in vain. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna throw a quick finish on here. I don't know what's wrong with me. Throw a quick finish on here, and then we're gonna stick it on. Then we're gonna sew. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes I'm just... All right, that's the quick finish. Actually kind of has a little bit of like a rubbed look to it. Like, that's kind of cool. Okay. Now I'm going to just stick this tape back on. And we're going to pretend that I already had that finish on, that I did this in the proper order. So, hey guys, now we're going to put it on the bag, and we're going to chisel, and we're going to sew. Because I'm a professional, and I know what I'm doing. Ha 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 ha. Lowity. Okay. I am using, let me pull out the bottle for you. Why? Okay. All the bottles I pull out are all messed up. Wow, I don't actually have that much of it left. I am using this leather balm with atom wax. I use it on the main bag because I dyed the bag. I use it on that shoulder pad. I use it on all the straps and pockets and everything. So actually, here's like a much close-up look. I always forget that it looks super far away on the camera. So you can just like pause it and take a screenshot or whatever. Personally, it's my favorite finish because it develops relatively quickly. And it's completely natural. It's totally non-toxic. It's a water-based finish. In my opinion, it's the best finish they make. It's fairly water-resistant. The shine develops over time. Like, as the thing is used, it's going to develop a really nice patina. It doesn't take long to develop the finish. And a little goes a long way, so you're going to, I mean, you can buy one of those quart bottles, I think is what those are. Or you can buy a really small one if you're just doing very small projects. That thing will last you a long ass time. And you can just buy like a old shirt or find, you just find an old shirt, whatever, and cut it up into a couple of rags, and you just use one to apply and one to buff. And that's it. And you don't have to wear gloves. You don't have to have ventilation. It's awesome. Although I know that, Squatchstone, I know you work outside, so ventilation isn't really a problem for you. But, like, for me, ventilation is definitely a thing I have to think about. Although I say that, and yet I use glue and dye without any ventilation, so... Okay. All right. Okay. We've got good viewer retention. I'm a liking what I'm a seeing. We're going to set up the camera in a little bit of a different way. So that you can see me chisel, and then we're going to get set up on the stitching pony. We're going to sew. I may not add the flap. I don't know. I can grab a product, actually, and show you what I'm talking about. Actually, I think I have one. I think I have a backpack here. For reference, this is going to take some getting used to. Like, my brain tells me that you guys can't hear me, but I understand I have a shirt mic on, so you guys can hear me just fine. I'm just pulling out a backpack out of my bin of stuff that I already have made to show you what I'm talking about when it comes to the... I think I have a backpack made. Yeah, I do. So this is a backpack. Let me move this guy over. So this is a backpack that I made. Opa. All right, it's just a very, very simple. It's made similar to how a dot kit is made, but I just resized it for a backpack. I personally really like this design. It's made out of the Kodiak leather from Tandy. That was like the leather that I was buying when I was buying from Tandy. And as you can see, it's got this kind of slot back here on the back. And the idea was not only is it somewhere where I can put these guys on, the handles, but I can also slide it onto some luggage when I'm traveling with it, which I have found to be very, very helpful. So that's why, and also, end goal was also to put a logo on here. This is before I had stamps or anything, so I made this a few years ago. This was like to put a logo on here in gold and have it be cool, but like for the most part, it was. I really like the functionality, so I'm thinking about putting that here. I'm just not sure whether it's really necessary. What do you guys think? Do you think I should put that on there or not? I'm just putting stuff away. Maybe one day I'll show my box of stuff I have already made. It'd be interesting. Try that sweet, beautiful day. With it being on the outside, a flap might be a good choice. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Someone who's traveling a lot might find that super useful. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess first things first, I need to do the pocket. So we're going to go ahead and start banging that out. Where did I put my mallet? Here it is. Okay. Man, I ran out of coffee. That's a shame. Okay. We're missing old Danny boy here today. Maybe he's working the night shift and who knows? Okay, we're coming out a little more slowly here for some reason. I'm going to switch over to an old twofer here. Okay. Speaking of passports, I'm thinking about designing and making a few passport wallets. I think it'd be really cool. Usually my wallets are pretty simple. Even like my more complex ones, I keep the pockets simple. I don't really do T-slot pockets all that much. I don't think I've ever actually done T-slot pockets. But I'm thinking it might be cool to do a passport wallet that's a little more complex and has some T-slot pockets and maybe even a little zipper in there. I'm not sure. I was thinking about it today while I was working out. And definitely be cool. There's something so methodical, so nice about chiseling and hand sewing. It just feels so right. Okay, got that going. I'm going to get set up here on the big stitching horse. We are going to, I'm going to see if I can get set up here on the stitching horse. I don't know. This might have to be something that I just sit in my chair and sew. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just sit down and sew it. I don't really, it's just in an awkward spot to sew with the stitching pony. I also, one of the things I was looking forward to having this, this workshop set up down here with like, I've got a bunch of beams and like exposed rafters here. Is having a lace thing come down with a clip that can hold big pieces like this up as I'm sewing. And I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But we're going to just kind of, we're going to do this old school before they had stitching ponies. Yeah, and that should be okay. You just let me know if that angle is going to be good for you guys. Yeah, just in case Daniel is the other person on right now. What's up, Daniel? You've never done a bag? Oh, you should totally do one. It's totally worth it. I would say start small. In leather is the chisel time. Yeah. I also love to hand sew but at the same time would love a good machine. Yeah, you know what, actually, let me show you the machine that I have. This is a Sailrite fabricator machine. It's almost identical to a Juki or a FAF. It's assembled in the United States. The company is based in Indiana. This thing is brand new, is the price of a used Juki. So it's like $2,000 brand new. Super easy to maintain. It's a self-oiling machine, so you just put oil on the bottom in like the oil pan, which I actually need to refill it. And then it just feeds through. Super easy to thread, super easy to use, honestly. And they have super great control for like the speed. Fantastic. I would highly recommend doing this machine. The only downside is that it's not great for bags because it's a flatbed machine. So I would say if you want to do bags, you should look for like a cylinder arm. And I mean, there's some relatively well-priced like vintage cylinder arms, like a vintage Singer would be good. I know that the modern cylinder arms are very, very expensive. But if you're just looking for like a starting machine, this machine would be perfect. It's one that I learned on. You know, I wish I could say that I'm sponsored by these companies that I am always talking about, but unfortunately I'm not. Pretty cool if I was, but... Ow. Not quite there yet, I guess. Okay. Okay, we've got our thread. I'm going to grab a couple of needles. I should have needles on here. I think I'm going to make, at some point, I want to make my own stitching horse and pony. The pony is the smaller one that goes on your bench, and the bigger one is this big brown one that I have that you actually sit on. It's its own thing. That's a stitching horse. What am I doing here? I think I want to make my own. I had an idea. What would be cool is to find like a really, really, really beat up old style motorcycle frame and then like weld like a ball joint on it and then have a stitching pony like the clamp, had the clamp on a ball joint on an old motorcycle. That's, I mean, no engine, no anything. It's like super, super beat up. Maybe paint it a cool color or just do a clear coat and like preserve the rust and then do a really nice seat to sit on and have it like on like a kickstand, so to speak. I feel like that'd be super cool. An idea I had a while ago. I was never able to act on it, but I was inspired by Craft and Lore. I think it was no. It was Bon and Bevel. Bon and Bevel. They've got a coffee shop / leather store, which I'm very jealous of, in Idaho, and they've got an old motorcycle sitting there. And one time they did a post on Instagram where the guy was sitting in the motorcycle and he had his little stitching pony set up somehow in the motorcycle, and he was sewing, and that's when I'm like, oh man, that would be so cool It'd be a cool thing to like take to markets, you know, as kind of like an eye catcher. Bring people in. I also think it would just make for a freaking awesome video. Seriously. Okay. We're going to just start in one corner. All of a sudden I'm British. Do you guys know the band The Dead South? Something I have on my Western playlist. And one of my favorite songs that they do is called In Hell, I'll Be in Good Company. And the reason I like the song so much is because, one, it sounds nice, like they use nice instruments, but also their music video is super interesting. Hey, I gotta make sure I'm even here, which I'm definitely not. All right, you know what? I think I am going to try and put this on the pony or on the horse. Yeah, because this is just not a good way to do this. I'm going to see if I can get this set up on the old school. Even if it's not like super ideal, I think it's gonna be better than me just kind of sitting here having to fuck around with this. Okay, I'm gonna put it. I know you guys can't see. I'll adjust the camera in a second. Flip it over. We're going to get this in here. Now I'm going to get you guys moved around to the other side, so that you can see. I'm gonna raise you up, I think. So just bear with me here. Bear with me. Say it with me. Hallelujah. Praise be to Jesus. Okay. And we are going to loop a piece of lace around and tie this up. Oh, that's what this is, huh? Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're going to tie this up so it's nice upright. I'm going to just tie it around a binder clip here. So if I just clip this and bring this over here. Sorry, some things have to be done on the fly, otherwise I'm never going to do them. Okay. Oh, poo. Just be patient with me. Just be patient. Come on, Nicola. Okay, I'm sorry this is taking me longer than I first anticipated. This binder clip is not wanting to actually clip. Jesus. We're probably losing everyone, but... All right, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to do this. This doesn't want to go anywhere. Okay, I think that might hold it up a little bit. And that may have all just been for nothing, I don't know. Lordy. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta try shit out. Hope for the best. You can't see me. Okay, no, you can. You can, okay. So this is the one downside of, I guess not like this sewing situation, but just me having to like kind of figure some stuff out about the bag. That's the downside of doing your own pattern. is that you're not sure if it's going to work or not. And sometimes some stuff you're just not going to know until you actually make the thing. Now I'm going to have to give my left shoulder a little bit of a rest every couple of seconds because I have my shoulder up in a really, really awkward position in order to sew. So just, if I pause, that's why I'm pausing. And also I just worked shoulders today in the gym. So this is just like this is another shoulder workout today. Specifically on my left shoulder. On my left side delt. On the deltoid. Okay, we're about a third of the way there. Man, it's already almost 12:30. It's insane. Time just absolutely flies. Flies when you're having fun. I believe I've been going for 2 hours. That's insane. It's insane because I feel like I've been going for like 30 minutes. Okay, I can't see. Ow. I got a difficult hole. Sometimes. Okay. Probably going like right through the tape, and that's. Oh, okay, we're working through. Okay. There we go. Come on. getting much harder. Oh, there we go. Now I think we're through the hard part. Sometimes maybe the chisel didn't go all the way through. That's probably what happened. Okay. Oofta, 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 oofta. Okay. Okay, I'm just about to the point where I'm going to have to figure out how I want to switch this around. Oh. Lordy. Man, my... Ooh. Doobie doobie bum. Shoo doobie doo. Doobie doobie bum. Shoo-doo. Shoo-doo. Shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright. We're gonna try and flip this guy around now, somehow. Oh, man. My freaking arm. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Do tie it around. Come on. Okay, that's the best we're gonna, I think, be able to get from this setup. Whew. Man, my freaking arm. Yeah, this is definitely not efficient hand sewing, but I really don't know how else to sew these big panels. Yes, I could probably stand, actually, and I'm just... Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. As long as you can still see. Can you see? I'm just clipping up the rest of it. Here's that's why I've... just fucking totally... Oh my god. Whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna just deal with the... poopy sewing circumstances, I guess. I can probably use a tripod. As long as you can still see it, that's all I care about. There we go, that's perfect. I'm currently using the tripod to keep this thing from wagging around. Actually, I guess I could actually pull up the chat on my phone. On my other phone. Hold on. We're going to do this on the fly so that I can still read chat. Gotta go drain the radiator. Whoa. Okay, hold on. I'm just catching up on chat. I do a lot of holsters and have been looking at a Tipman Boss, but also would like a flatbed for those wallets and knife sheaths. So there's another machine that you could get. It's a hand crank machine, but it sews, I'm pretty sure, up to like an inch of leather. It's insane. It's called the Cub sewing machine. It's from Weaver, so it's made in America, which is awesome. Oh, I just followed a simple tutorial for the watch strap. But yeah, thanks. I really like how it turned out. I want to get like some like crocodile leather or something. Make another one. Your watch strap. I want to make one of those too. Yeah, the small things definitely. Every like small tiny little difference in deviation or whatever definitely matters a lot more, and you can see it a lot more. One of those should be sold for $5. Are you saying 500? It's gonna be a lot more than $500. This is probably at least 20 hours put into this, and I charge $52 an hour. So, but yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to get back to it. But yeah, I guess I can read chat on my phone now, which is a good thing to have. Now I can sew and keep an eye on chat. Which is cool. Okay, we're back. We're back. Where was I? You can still see me? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got another toughie there. There we go. I'm happy I'm putting this pocket in, actually. Honestly, I feel like some of my best ideas come to me when I'm working out. Which is why my workouts always take so long. It's because half the time I'm just thinking about leather or business ideas. But it's like, it puts me into the zone. It really puts me into the zone when I'm lifting, and I work out in a home gym, so I can just like talk out loud and think out loud and kind of, I don't know, for some reason the way I think, in order for me to form an idea or a thought or whatever, I have to speak it. And if I don't speak it, it just kind of doesn't formulate properly. Now, that has led to some people thinking I'm a fucking psychopath, thinking I'm talking to myself, but really I'm not. I'm just thinking. And I feel like I'm not the only person who thinks like that, but I like to say I'm having a conversation with God when I'm thinking out loud. So I like get silent answers in the form of like new thoughts. And I like to think that I'm kind of listening to the Holy Spirit and trying to determine what I'm doing, and that goes for coming up with product ideas and video ideas and business ideas, and it's almost like very similar to praying. In my opinion. Okay. Oh, we got another. Come on. Got another toughie here. There we go. Okay. Hey, and I guess I can actually accrue more watch hours this way if I'm viewing the chat from another phone, and it basically counts as another viewer. I think it counts as another viewer. We better have enough for, cut out an extra 15 inches, so. Man, I don't think we're, oh, poo. Ooh, I don't know if we're going to have enough. We might have to meet it a little bit. Oh. Well, I'm glad you think so highly of my work. Depending on how many hours there is, because I also account for, like, you know, having some profit and whatever, I may, and I mean, this is a lot more materials than usually goes into one of my products, because my other products aren't quite as big or complex as this. But this may be up around, like, the $3,000 mark. I'm not sure. I know that sounds a lot, but I've been doing this for 3 weeks now. So, and that would account for my time, for materials, and in order to have some profit. And I price it in a way where I get more profit per unit than, let's say, like a brand that's getting their stuff from a big manufacturing plant. They wouldn't price it nearly as high, and they wouldn't have, like, profit margins nearly as high. And the reason I have them so high is because my unit capacity is very low, because I'm making everything, and so the amount that I can actually make within a certain amount of time is pretty low. And so in order to run the business, I price things a little higher, and I'm able to make enough to, well, right now I'm not necessarily making enough to run the business how I would want it. But the goal is, you know, sell a few things like this per month. Man, I don't think the chisel went all the way through here. Because that should not be that tight. Essentially, like, sell a few of these a month, and I'd be able to run the business right and, you know, have enough to pay bills and feed myself. And maybe have a little bit of a life, you know. Because right now I don't really have a life. This is all I do. And it'd be nice to go out more and you know, hang out with people my age. Oh man, yeah, that's really tight. So that's all just stuff I think about every day, and like, you know, the price tag is gonna be a harder sell for some people, but one way I like to think about it is that it's okay. You know, I understand not everyone's most people will not buy a like $3,000 bag, but I don't need to sell to most people. I'm looking for the people that really, really appreciate the work and will cherish it forever, for their entire life, and they'll pass it down to their kids and to their kids' kids and so on and so forth. And I'm looking for those people, because those are the people that I know will use the thing that I've made, that I've put my heart and soul into. They'll use it, they'll love it, and they'll bring it with them throughout their life. And that's really what I want for everything that I make. And so I almost kind of think about it like a vetting process, but also I like the price tag is almost like a vetting process, but also I have lower priced items on my website because I understand, you know, there are some people who really appreciate the work but don't have the money, that kind of money. So that's why I have lower priced items. Like, I've got really nice, you know, Italian leather belts for under $200, and I've got the wallets, the minimalist wallets, for under $100. I'm not oblivious to the fact that it's a lot of money to pay for a bag, but I'm just trying to pull up some of this tape so that it's not quite as exposed. I can clean that up. Oh, we got an extra hole. What the heck? No, we don't. No, we don't. Okay. All right. We're going to tie a knot here. Tie a little square knot. I was almost out of thread here. I'm actually going to I'm going to just clip these off. Clip the needles off because there's not a lot of room to tie this knot with needles already on. And we're going to go right over left, and then left over right. Yeah, this is really tight. It's okay. Come on. Like I said, left over right. Okay. And I can just snip these thread tails, and we're gonna set the stitching. Whew! That was quite the adventure. Totally worth it. Finding those customers is harder to find. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Probably guys that have time to golf probably have more money. Okay. I'm going to just untie this. Okay, I'm going to flip you around here. Just want to make sure you can see it. Huh. That's actually not a bad idea to sell in the gift shop. I don't know how I would get that deal. So, hey, you know any casinos that are... Do you have any connections in that space? That's actually like a serious question. Because that would be pretty legendary. If you had any connections in that space still, I know it was a while since you were in that space, according to what you said on the live that I was on. But if you know anyone who's still in that space and who wants to have really, really awesome leather goods in their gift shop, then let me know. I'm always down. I'm always down for new things. Never even considered being in a casino. Huh. Okay. Yeah, you can see me. Cool. We are going to get the old grandpa hammer, which is this guy. And we're going to go ahead and set this and we're going to flip it over, set the other side. All right, that pocket is done. I'm gonna move back over to the work table, so it's kind of more whatever, and I'm gonna decide whether I'm gonna do that flap today or if I'm gonna save that for maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea. If you, again, maybe you could send me an email or something. Like, I'm gonna put my business email in here. If you would know where to start with that, and you'd be willing to share some kind of like connection that you have, or just like, you know, you were in that space, so if you know how someone would go about getting or like reaching out to the right person, and you want to give me some information or some guidance, that would be awesome, man. Because that actually sounds like a really cool idea. And I'm always down for that. That could be a great way to get my name out there too. All right. So, as for the flap, I don't know. Let me. Actually, no. I'm gonna just. That's how we're looking so far for the bag. I'm really liking this. Super stoked. Super stoked. Go in there. So now I would have something like this. I don't even know if this is actually wide enough. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure whether this is wide enough or not. For a handle. I guess let me look it up. The marketing director. Okay. I'll have to look into that. I'm going to just make a note real quick. Casino, gift shop, marketing director. Okay. I'm going to look up how wide the I'm actually going to put that off to the side. Width of luggage handle. My internet isn't incredible down here, but by like 7 inches is what it says. So I don't know. I don't know. All right, the flap, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to think about it a little bit and do some kind of testing and look at some luggage that I have to see if this is wide enough. So we're not going to do that today. But later today I'll take some measurements and kind of figure out how that's, if that is viable on this design or not. If it is, it's going to be cool. If not, it's not a huge deal. I think it's still going to... This is still going to be against your body when you're holding the bag, so it'll still be very safe pocket. You said you used to have lots of contacts. Okay. Well, thank you for the guidance. I'm definitely gonna look into that probably over the weekend. Let me change it back to here. Let me turn that light off. All right. So, that was it. I did that. Yeah. Cool. I'm liking how this is turning out. I say that every single time. We had a little bit of a fiasco with the magnet snaps, but worked out in the end. This is, oh man, this is going to turn out cool. This is going to be very cool. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Apparently my brain doesn't have anything else to say either. Good God. I hope you enjoyed. And trying to get better at these outros, you know. I hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll just see you guys tomorrow, where we'll do the flap if it's viable. If it's not viable, then we can glue. Make a golf ball sleeve or something like that, and give them that to show the quality. Don't send until you're able to make the contact, though. Yeah. You mean like a golf club? Like a... I think it's basically like a sock. Like the old ones are basically socks. Is that what you're talking about? Because it says goofball, and I'm assuming you're not talking about a goofball sleeve. Or you literally mean a golf ball sleeve, like to hold golf balls in. I don't know. But yeah, I can make some golfing stuff as samples. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to definitely do that. I'm always looking for new ways to leverage my time, and if nothing else, I can reach out to literally anyone on the planet. Not that they'll respond, but I can at least reach out to them. Golf ball sleeve. I'm actually thinking about getting into golfing. My older brother is really into golfing, and I've convinced him to kind of show me the ropes this summer. I'm kind of stoked. It looks fun. Okay. We're done. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. I don't really have a good sign-off thing, but yeah. Yeah. Bye. Goodbye. Oh my God. What?